I actually have a piece of the Golden Horseshoe. When the Golden Horseshoe show closed, I was the acting show director at that point, and we all went in. They were going to redo the floor for whatever was going to come next. And so all of the dancing girls and the guys that were the dancers and Miss Lily and the gang, Tex, everyone, we all got a piece of the floor. So I have that at home.
Oh, that's great. Now, do any of you guys have a particularly funny memory you have working here at Disney? Please keep in mind there are children in the audience. Let's see, but quiet them down right there. I'm glad I said that.
I think my funny was I did the Disney Symphonic Tour. Actually, John choreographed that, and I was the line captain. We went out on a tour and we danced at the Hollywood Bowl and up north here, and then we kind of toured the country and we did the Met, and I got the name the Fall Down Guy because I fell down twice in that show. I was the line captain. I wasn't setting a very good example. But Bert put his chimney sweep broom in my way, so I'll blame him.
It's always somebody else's.
Yes.
Well, as long as the rest of the dancers didn't follow your lead and hit the deck as well.
Yeah, no, they didn't.
Well, now I have one that I know you can all answer. Do you have a funny moment, Bruce?
Oh, well, it wasn't funny to me, but it's funny to other people.
Oh, we'd love to hear it.
I was in the Disneyland band for 2 years. I'm playing drums and piano. And Stan Freese, the world famous Stan Freese, and the world famous Disneyland band. Stan was the leader at the time, and I had interviewed to become a music arranger in the music department, and I was going to leave the band. And on my last day in the band, we were at Plaza Gardens playing a noon concert, and Stan calls me up in front of the band, and so I come out there and he starts telling everybody that I'm going to leave the band, and before I know it, I'm looking one way, and from the other direction, I get a pie in the face on stage, and that was my parting gift from Stan.
I had a funny thing that happened was we did the Light Magic Parade several years ago, and
John and I worked on that.
time to go. And we did a press event. Sorry to bring that up, you guys. We did a press event, and a very cool illusion was that the president of the company was going to lift this flower up, and Tinkerbell would fly out of it. It was just a little light on a wire, but it was really a very clever illusion. We had folks figured it out, and Tinkerbell was going to fly up, you know, spin in the air here, and then go up to this rooftop, and little fireworks go off, go up to this rooftop on Main Street, and fireworks go off. And so it was this great thing. It worked really well in rehearsal. It was kind of complicated, but it worked well. Well, so we're doing it. It's the press. Everybody's there, and it opens up, magically comes out, and it flitters over here, and it goes up to the first rooftop, fireworks go off, and it goes to the second, and it snags, and it gets sort of jammed, and it comes crashing down to the ground. Well, I'm now right in front of where Tinkerbell, little light bulb, is right here, and people have attributed this to me, but I did not do this, okay? I just want to make this clear.
I heard differently. I heard you did it.
All right, so anyway,
this is not the story I heard.
we had,
in fact, I was there.
we had to stop Tinkerbell because it was like on this wire, just, you know, bouncing in the street.
So what did you do, Joey?
So somebody went to get Tinkerbell, okay,
Joey.
obviously, but did not want it to run away, right? So what do? You go, and a little girl goes, "Ah, he killed Tinkerbell!" It's really not a true story.
I'm sure everyone on Main Street began clapping their hands furiously, trying to save the fairy.
When we were, we was on the original production team for Believe There's Magic in the Stars. Do you guys remember that before you went that? So that was the show where we introduced the 9 firing locations that are backstage that do all the vertical pyro. We took this was pre-9/11, a truckload of explosives down to the Mexican border into a cabbage field because we didn't want to give away the gag. We wanted to take the show down there, fire it several nights, videotape it, get time code and everything, and then overlay it over a video of the castle to see how it looked so we wouldn't give away our new trick. Well, we realized after the 3rd night of rehearsal that we had gotten the show in, it was locked, it was loaded, it was good. We realized that we were surrounded by lots of things you could put in pyrotechnic mortars. So
A
The
cabbage
show
field?
became Believe There's Cabbage in the Stars, because it was a cabbage field. And so we fired 800 heads of cabbage. As it turns out, they only blow up when they hit the ground.
Well, now, one last question for all of you. What is the one Disney song title that you think best describes your personality?
It's not, it's a small world, Casey.
That's what he said in rehearsal.
I go with supercalifragilisticexpialidocious for me. I just...
Because even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious.
Quite atrocious.
And backwards, that would be?
Docious-aliexpiastic-fudgicalorupus.
Fragica.
Fragicalorupus.
Wow, I'm impressed.
You guys arm wrestle. Whoever wins gets it right. Bruce, how about you?
Boy, I've never been one at great self-analysis.
Okay, how about for Bruce, which one of the songs that you've written do you think best describes your personality?
How do you pick just one?
How do you?
Seriously.
We're about to find out.
Boy. You know, the one that comes to mind right now, I don't know that it describes my personality, but it touches me a little bit more than most of the others, and that's Shine, which is the song that Carolyn Gardner and Brett Simmons and I wrote for the Luminaria show, which actually now appears in the Wintertime Enchantment.
Joey?
Oh, mine would be I Love to Laugh from Mary Poppins.
Great. Denny, how about you? What's your song title?
You got a friend in me.
Okay, and finally, Casey, how about you?
Well, Bruce stole mine. So I'm going to go ahead and personality. Huh? How about I Just Can't Wait to Be King?
Well, guys,
I want to be like you.
Well, guys, it's been great. It's been my pleasure. I want to thank you all so much for sharing everything you have with our D23 members tonight. And let's give them all one more great big round of applause for Casey, Denny, Joey, Bruce.